Welcome everyone. Hope you can hear me. And here I have my panel, so I'm going to ask them first if they can hear me, just to see if everything is working correctly. So just give me a second. If you're in the chat, please confirm if you can hear me correctly, so I can continue. Testing, 1, 2, 3. Right, perfect. Yeah, I received confirmation you can hear me. All right. Thank you. All right. Welcome everyone. Thank you for joining. I'm about to start. First, I want to start presenting what this webinar is, how this webinar is going to work. We will be presenting to you a series of videos. Those videos have been recorded in the past, but we are going to broadcast them to you live. If you wish to watch these videos after or at your own pace, you can do that. And I'm going to show you how first. I'm going to repeat this explanation before we end the webinar. So in case you have any questions, you can email me or you can add me on LinkedIn. My name is Mario, by the way. I'm going to be sharing my email right now on the chat. But first, let me share my screen so I can show you how this is going to work. Just 1 second. All right, you should be able to see my screen now. Okay, so you must have come from this event on LinkedIn. Let it load for a second. Okay, so this is how we're going to be able to access these videos. So first, after you go to this event page on LinkedIn, you're going to want to click on this link, the share forms link. This is going to take you to a form that after you fill it, you will receive an email with the portal where you will be able to access the videos. So I'm going to be showing you how that's going to work. Okay, so you click on the link. Okay, from here, we will be asking for your basic information. So we will need your email, your first name, and your last name. And I'm not gonna fill this form because I already filled it in the past. But after you're done, you're gonna be prompted to complete a reCAPTCHA form, and then you're gonna click on submit. After you do that, you will go to your emails and you will receive an email like this one from Team Triana Group. And there you will be able to click here. And this is the page where you will be able to access every video. So if you scroll down a bit, you can see all of this. First, I'm gonna just be giving a sneak peek of how this is gonna work. And let me see if I'm live. Okay, looks like I'm live. And by the way, are you able to hear me right now? I didn't check that right now. So it looks like you are able to hear me, so I'm gonna continue. Okay, from here, you can access every video and you can click on watch here. So you will be able to do that for every video we're gonna be watching right now. And after you're done, you will be eligible for a professional development hours certificate. In order to be eligible, you have to fill this form on the bottom of the page. As you can see, after you fill all of this information, you will want to click on submit, and you will be eligible for a PDH certificate. The most important thing here is we will need you to be giving us your name, your last name, and your email. Those are the most important data we need when we provide those kinds of certificates. So I will be going back. All right. Looks for me perfect. All right, thank you everyone. And now I'm gonna be presenting the panel that's gonna be here with us. So as I said, all of these videos will be pre-recorded and broadcasted to you, but everyone on the panel will be on the chat and we will be happy to answer any questions you might have. All right. So first, Gabriel, are you there? Can you just click on the, okay, there you are. I'm gonna move you to the broadcast. Give me a second. All right.
I'm here.
Hello. Yeah, this is Gabriel Benzodrain. He's our managing director here at Triana Group. And yeah, do you have any words about Triana? Why are we here right now?
Yep. Thank you, Mario. And great to meet you all. I am working from home today with some contractors who are making some noise. So apologies for that. I'll try. That will force me to be brief. I'm usually very talkative. So yes, Trena Group has been in business for 15 years and representing technology companies in mostly B2B, very technical sectors, introducing new technologies to users in manufacturing and a variety of other sectors, healthcare. And one of them that we have selected is predictive, well, actually, it's a maintenance management software platform that you'll hear about today through the videos. So I'll just stop here. Don't want to take too much time. You're here to learn about how to optimize maintenance and predictive maintenance. So I'll let you continue, Mario, with our next and real expert in this space, which is BIMSER and represented by Kevin.
Thank you. All right, as you said, we have here also Kevin Devecchi. He is the managing director at BIMSER International, and he's going to be sharing with us a few words about his company and the importance of predictive maintenance. So I'm going to move you to the screen. Give us a second. There you are.
All right, that's pretty good. Thank you very much. Can you hear me well?
Yes, we can hear you perfect.
Okay, sounds good. Well, thank you very much for this organization, first of all. Much appreciated. My name is Kevin Deveci. I'm the Managing Director of BIMSER International. And today we are here with Triana Group and to talk about BIM. Just brief introductions about BIMSER and BIM, some background information. BIMSER International is a world-class global enterprise software publishing company since 1998. BIM, the software, one of our software systems that we'll be talking about, has been in the market since 1998. It's a very mature system. It is an enterprise asset, maintenance, facility, fleet, and energy management software system. Specifically today, we'll be talking about manufacturing, I understand. So manufacturing is in rise in the United States, and some challenges that American manufacturers have are, for example, workforce development, as well as machine and maintenance management and downtime management. So with the help of BIM, today manufacturers can address the downtime issues as well as machine maintenance in terms of preventive maintenance, predictive maintenance, and the life cycle of assets, machinery, and equipment. So these are critical functionalities that we are offering. So why are we doing this? So as BIMSER International, we've been in manufacturing industry for a long time. We believe in American manufacturing. We believe in the power of American productivity. So not by just words, we like to actually contribute to American manufacturing by our technology. That is why we have been developing BIM since 1990s. And today we are partnering with Triana Group, and we are very excited about it. So we are actually joining forces, and we are combining our expertise in the field. So Triana Group has decades of experience in business services as well as manufacturing field, manufacturing industry. We have the technology that we combine it with Triana's expertise. So this is a powerful partnership that we are very excited about. And Triana Group put a lot of effort for this activity, and I definitely, congratulate them for their efforts. This is just the beginning, as we all know. There is gonna be more. And today's event is to introduce you Beam software, its benefits and features, how it helps manufacturers in United States um, to have a more productive manufacturing environment, to increase the lifetime of machinery and equipment, as well as to reduce downtime. So today you're gonna watch some videos. You're gonna get a lot of informative content. Please engage with Mario and the team. Let's schedule meetings right after these meetings, live meetings, to address your specific needs in terms of your preventive maintenance needs, machine maintenance needs. Let's remember, Beam is designed to help you reduce maintenance cost and to reduce downtime. As an American manufacturer, there are two things that we can do to better the bottom line. We can increase price, we can reduce cost. And in terms of maintenance cost, Beam is that's what it does. It helps you reduce maintenance cost. So let's have an interactive meeting. Feel free to ask questions to the team today, and please schedule meetings with Mario as a follow-up, so we can address your specific company needs, your expectations, your challenges, your business requirements in terms of enterprise asset and maintenance management. So that is what I wanted to say as a start. So I'll be here at the meeting to support Team Triana Group. Let's have an interactive meeting, and we are definitely looking forward to have follow-up meetings with you, with all the attendees who are interested as next steps. Mario, thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you, Kevin. And by the way, thank you for reminding me. I also posted my email on the chat in case anyone has any follow-up questions after this webinar. So right now, let me move Kevin away from the stream. All right. Right now, we are moving on to the case studies. We have 3 case studies for you today. And as I said, they're pre-recorded videos and you can watch them at your own pace. I showed already, but I'm gonna be showing again for you how you can watch these videos again at the end of the webinar. All right, so I'm gonna mute for a second, but everyone on the panel is gonna be on the chat. If you have any questions, we'll be answering there. And as always, you can contact me on my email if you have any additional questions after the webinar. All right. So first we have a case study for Starbucks. So I'm gonna put that for you. Give me a second.
Let's dive into some case studies to see how Beam has helped companies achieve their maintenance management goals.
This video will talk about how our assets and maintenance management software has helped the maintenance management operations of the world's 3rd largest fast food restaurant chain, Starbucks. Founded in Seattle, Washington in 1971, Starbucks has expanded to over 30,000 locations worldwide. You may have visited one of their stores on your way to work this morning. In the past, several Starbucks locations in Turkey had complications with contacting subcontractors to run the periodic maintenance of coffee machines. Before, breakdowns of machines were reported by sending an email to the local headquarters. Next, the maintenance unit at headquarters would convey the message to a contractor either by phone or email. This protocol of reporting a machine failure was deemed inefficient. Not only did the queue of maintenance requests overload the subcontractor's voicemail and inbox, but there was no way to check on the status of the maintenance process, let alone keep a detailed log of approved and finished transactions. Sounds like they could really use the help of Bimzer Solutions' very own Beam. Starbucks Turkey chose Beam and took a deep dive into digital transformation, as they implemented Beam at various locations and configured the system based on the following points of data: staff, products, vendors, locations, assets, and failure reasons. Beam was the first step into digitization, and it only took less than 4 months to set up Beam as a powerhouse for maintenance management. The Starbucks locations that brought Beam to their operations saw immediate improvements and positive results. Assets were now monitored from a single view within the platform. On top of that, these assets and their information regarding status and maintenance costs were easy to analyze, thanks to the many types of reports that can be generated in Beam. As for the complications with establishing contact with subcontractors, This process has become significantly easier as the subcontractors can now log into Beam from its mobile app to directly receive notifications and schedule times for maintenance orders based on their work calendar availabilities. By revamping the process of discovering failures and assigning direct work orders, Beam put an end to the messiness of the email communication system used between headquarters and subcontractors, yielding a significant reduction of maintenance costs by 30%. For Starbucks, the given capabilities to monitor assets, generate reports, and assign work orders with Beam brought revolutionary advancements and overall improved efficiency.
All right, so that was the first case study. We're going to move to the second one. This one is for Henkel, so I'm going to share that with you.
This video will talk about how our assets and maintenance management software has helped the maintenance management operations of the German chemical and consumer goods company, Henkel. Dominating the sales of the marketplace with a firm global presence, Henkel leads innovation, brands, and technologies through beauty care, laundry and home care, and adhesive technologies. You may have come across some of their well-known brands as several occurrences during your weekly agenda. Henkel used to run its maintenance management operations with paper-based documentation. The team also lacked a system that would track their assets. It was a sure mess for Henkel to compile analytics of maintenance data with a heavy lack of reports. Also, having to manage the maintenance schedule was problematic, as it was very difficult to plan shutdowns of processes for maintenance or to coordinate as a maintenance team in the instance of shift changes or swaps. Henkel sought to end the chaos and turmoil. Fortunately for them, Bimser International's Beam was a perfect fit for their needs. Henkel was very impressed by Beam's powerful assets and maintenance management capabilities. Although Beam was a lonesome pioneer in Henkel's digital infrastructure, it excelled at helping Henkel govern the following fields of data: staff, products, vendors, locations, assets, and failure reasons. The introduction of Beam as a standalone tool in Henkel's new approach to digitization took 4 months. And by that point, Henkel was granted immediate beneficial results thanks to Beam's services. All assets at Henkel locations were now able to be monitored in real time, along with any maintenance orders regarding these assets assigned to subcontractors. Also, the mobile application of Beam helped the subcontractors running the maintenance schedule to coordinate their best time to tend to a work order. These Henkel locations were now able to generate reports according to their maintenance operations and maintenance costs. The reporting functionality of Beam was as easy as could be, with multiple ways to filter a report, along with a setting to schedule periodically automated reports. By digitally transforming Henkel's operations and maintenance management, not only did Beam greatly minimize the consumption of paper, but it also expanded on their management capabilities and reduced costs.
All right, so we're going to move to the last case study, and this one is for Unilever.
Has helped the maintenance management operations of the transnational consumer goods company Unilever. Found in 1885 and now co-headquartered in London and Netherlands, Unilever delivers products that promote sustainable living commonplace. These products include food, beverages, cleaning agents, and personal care products. You may have recognized a few of their brands from your recent trip to the local grocery store. Unilever used to run its maintenance management operations with paper-based documentation. We are talking about stacks and stacks of paper for sheets and charts. Having to run these operations on paper from a day-to-day basis caused major complications. The company could not get an accurate enough measure on their maintenance costs. The follow-up maintenance schedule was a mess, often bringing up mistakes and mix-ups. And not to mention, it was nearly impossible to compile any reports or analysis on general maintenance costs. So not only did these operations cost excess amounts of paper, but they also cost the company money in the long run. Luckily for Unilever, they looked to Bimser International for a solution towards simplicity and digitization. The solution was Beam. Unilever readily accepted the system of Beam into its daily operations, and in less than 3 months, they had successfully implemented Beam at various ice cream manufacturing facilities. In these locations, Beam was easily integrated with their existing solutions, SAP and SCADA. And with that integration established and ensured, Beam was configured to manage and monitor the following fields of data: staff, products, locations, assets, and failure reasons. Now, the maintenance management department at these Unilever locations were granted revolutionary advantages and benefits. By digitally transforming their operations, not only did they greatly minimize their consumption of paper, but also expanded on their management capabilities. With Beam, they could oversee and monitor their machinery and equipment, as well as the maintenance work requests, work orders, and scheduling. Beam also improved the efficiency of analyzing and reporting maintenance costs to higher management. A strong contributor to the digital evolution was most definitely the graphical asset tree featured in the asset management module of Beam. After uploading the facility's blueprints to Beam, Unilever can now see a bird's eye aerial view of their assets and how they are holding up in real time. Assets that are in working condition are marked in the color green. And if ever the case one asset were determined to need a work order, users of Beam could handle the situation directly from this graphical asset tree. Unilever went from being buried in paper and lost in data to achieving improved efficiency, optimized operations, and overall reduced costs.
All right. Those were the case studies we have for this webinar. Right now, as you might have noticed, those case studies were mentioned in a platform called Beam. This platform is a powerful platform for maintenance. And the next few videos are gonna be focused on that. We're gonna show you an introduction, and we're gonna explain in a little bit of the 4 main modules that make Beam. So we're gonna start with that. And I'm receiving a message that maybe the videos are not don't have sound. So I didn't notice that, but if there's any problem with that, please let me know. Please let me know also if you can hear the videos. So I'm going to play that for you. Give me a second.
Beam is an enterprise asset and maintenance management system that has been operating since 1998. Beam has been managing over 30 million assets, which is a testament to its reliability and effectiveness. As a comprehensive asset management system, Beam allows businesses to streamline their maintenance operations and reduce downtime. Now, let's see Beam in action. It is a web-based system. So you can log into the system by using the web browser after deploying it onto your cloud or on-premise server. After logging into the system, you can also find this dashboard on your homepage. It visualizes the data of the system into the widgets of the dashboard. And it helps you keep track and monitor the performance and KPIs of your company. So for example, we have these interactive widgets. So here we have a list of different companies. And if I were to choose a specific company, you'll see that all the other widgets change depending upon that specific company. So it is very interactive. And you can customize it the way that you prefer to depending on your company's need. You can always export it to an Excel or PDF file. And on your left here is the main menu of Beam. So Beam is a modular structure. In total we have 4 main modules which include asset, maintenance, material, and personnel.
All right, it looks like it's working perfectly. So as we said in the video, we have 4 modules, and we're going to start with the first one. This is the asset management module.
Let's start off with the asset module. Here we have this map. So you can find the real-time location of your moving asset on this map after integration with the GPS device that is equipped on your asset for maintenance purposes. It's a heavy interactive map and you can keep track of all of your moving assets. Also in this module, we have a graphical asset tree. So here you can upload the blueprint or floor plan of your facility to this system. And in addition, you can pinpoint the location of your fixed asset and you can have an overview of it on this graphical asset tree. So, when it is in the green color, it means that it is in good condition. And once there is any maintenance that is scheduled for it, it will automatically turn red. So for example, when we hover over these green dots, this is the specific location of your asset. We have the information about the assets such as the status, the group, type of asset, the operation and cost center. Here we have a list of our assets. This is known as the asset tree. The tree shows the structure of your company in a hierarchy form, and after expanding it, you can find the assets that you have allocated to different locations or departments. Furthermore, you can find the asset line in the asset tree. It means you can combine two assets for performing a task. And any maintenance that you schedule for the parent asset will automatically be applied to the dependent asset. If we go back here, we have a list of all of our assets and you can also manage the information for them. For example, we have a specific code for each asset. We also have a description, department that falls under, serial number, asset type code, last maintenance date, and asset type description. Let's click on an asset. Here's where you can manage the information for the asset, like the default material. Here we have all the materials as well as the group info along with the maintenance team. We have a tab for legitimate proceedings where we have some insurance-related information. And we also have a picture of the asset here. We can also attach any other documents that are related to the specific asset. For example, we have handbooks, and some other information as well. We also have a brief overview of the asset, which includes the asset code, the description, the asset type, the department that it falls under, as well as cost center. And for this specific asset, we also have the depreciation amount. We can choose the type here. And we have some information about depreciation of the asset. In this module, we have a reporting tool available. There's a reporting tool available in every module in Beam. And you can run over 10,000 ready-made reports in the system. So for example, let's say we want to view an asset status report. You can schedule the report to be sent to you automatically. You can do that right here. You can choose to add a schedule for the report to be sent out to you. We can either do it daily, weekly, or monthly. And you can also add the recipient right here. So let's choose one of the reports for an asset. And then we would simply go and prepare. Here is our report. We're able to see the status of this specific asset, along with some other information. We have some other reports available, for example, the Asset Status History Report, Equipment Down Analysis, as well as an Asset Barcode List.
All right, so that was the first module. That's the asset management module, where you keep track of the information for all of your assets. The next one is going to be the maintenance module. So let me play that for you.
Next, we can go on to our maintenance module. First, we have all of our work request. In case of any unplanned breakdown, the operator of the asset can file a work request. You can pick the asset from the asset list for the work request or scan the barcode for the biolink. And in addition, you can attach an image that you take as a reference for the maintenance team. Here are some of the previous work requests that we have. If you need to add a new work request, the easiest and quickest way to do this is by going up here to Fast Request. We can choose the priority of the assets, if it's an emergency, if it's a low priority, or if it's normal, and we can choose the asset right here. And we can also choose the work type that's required. Let's say it's a mechanical issue. And we can also choose the maintenance/failure code. In this case, if it's a mechanical failure, we could add that right here. And we could also put some description here, for example. Generator needs mechanical fix, and you can simply go ahead and save. Here's our work request. And once all our work requests are done, they will be sent to the work order pool. So they will be pulled to the work order pool pretty much automatically. Here's where you can schedule the start and end date for your work. This is the work request that we sent out. This is information for our work order. For example, we have the work order kind. It was a failure maintenance. And we also have the asset code as well as the department and some other related information about the specific asset. Here is the description that we added before. We also have the informed date, the planned start date for the work and the end plan date. On the left, we have used materials, as well as the work steps that are going to be involved. And we can also attach any other documents. Lastly, we have the cost that's required. And here is where we have some of the labor costs, the material cost, and the service cost. Up here, as you can see, we have the status of this specific asset and the work order state. This is an ongoing work order. When the order is closed, it will be shown up here. In this particular module, we have the preventive maintenance. Here you can schedule the preventive maintenance for your asset after a certain time frame, at a certain time, or depending on a value captured from your IoT devices. So for example, we have this one right here. We have the basic information for these preventive definitions. We have the asset as well as the maintenance/failure code. And we also have the work order information and materials. We can also see any attached documents. Next, we have also some reports available to you. For example, we have some cost reports. We have maintenance cost reports as well as a material usage report.
All right. The third module is the material management module. I'm going to share that with you.
Module is the materials module. Here you can find a list of all your materials for your assets. Let's say we want to view one of the materials. So we have information such as the warehouse parameters. And we can also see the minimum material amount as well as the maximum material amount and the safety stock levels. In our overview, if you notice that we have a specific code, this code is assigned to specific materials. Here is the measurement unit. Pieces in this case. We also have our vendors and attached documents, where we might find something like a handbook. And finally, a picture of the material. In this module we have material transactions. Here you can record the activity of spare parts among warehouses. And all the transactions will be recorded with a unique voucher number as well as transaction type, warehouses, quantity and price and so on. And also we have reports available. So for example, we have warehouse transaction report here. We can choose a start and end date. We're able to see the different warehouses and we're able to see all the transactions that occurred along with some key information about this specific transaction.
All right. And now we have the last module. This is called the personal module. So I'm going to share that.
Module we will be reviewing is our personnel module. Here is where we have all of our resources. You can manage information of your employees. Let's just go ahead and view one. We can see the resource code, as well as a description. In this case, it's the name of the employee, the resource position, and the maintenance plan work type. Lastly, we have a resource occupation calendar here, where you can find the schedule of your employees in a calendar view. Here you can compare the schedule of different employees on the same page. This allows you to avoid the conflicts while you are assigning the task to the maintenance team. You can choose the start and end date of the specific resource as well as the work type. And we can also choose the resources here.
All right. Those were all the videos we have prepared about Beam. So right now, we're going to move to a Q&A. If you have any questions, we still have Yavril and Kevin on the line. We're going to have them answer any questions if you might have them. And if you don't, I'm going to move on to explaining again how you can rewatch these videos and how you can apply for a PDH certificate if that's something you're interested in. So please let us know if you have any questions. And I'm going to move Yavril and Kevin to the stream. Are you still there? Yavril and Kevin, I can see you here. All right.
In the meantime, I can share some insights if that's okay.
Sure, please do.
Okay, perfect. So some of the questions that I get a lot, actually, I can share some of the insights in the meantime while we are getting more questions coming up. So the modules that we have in Beam, these are independent modules and interdependent. So once we offer it the to any manufacturer, basically, one can pick and choose any module needed. So that's one of the flexibilities. Also, another question that I get all the time is what type of manufacturing companies can enjoy the benefits of Beam? Uh, in that sense, can be any type of manufacturer. Let me expand on that. For example, it can be a process manufacturing company. It can be a discrete manufacturing company, whether you are making food and beverage, or if you are in automotive industry, aerospace industry, as well as pharmaceutical industry. For example, they have heavy machinery and equipment that needs to be maintained with the instructions of FDA requirements, for example. So we have a lot of clients using Beam in pharma industry, medical device industry is another one that is actually uh, we have a lot of clients using Beam as well. At the end of the day, of course, Beam extend the lifetime of your machinery and equipment. In addition, I can mention pulp, paper, and packaging industry is also great for Beam to be used. The reason being, pulp and paper companies they have the machinery and equipment that they can use for decades, if not hundreds. Actually, I'm not exaggerating. I've seen very old machinery and equipment that's being used, but they maintain it very well, so they can use it for a very very long time. So that's in favor of the manufacturing company. Also, one more insight that I can also share. Beam works with any other type of software system. That may be an ERP system, CRM system that works with Beam, as well as GPS systems, RFIDs, IoT devices, smart sensors. We do these integrations all the time. So that basically helps you have an integrated um, preventive maintenance management system working with your machinery and equipment. These are important
Right.
insights that I wanted to share with you.
Yeah, thank you.
Of course.
Yeah, and that part of the integration, I think it's really important. Now that we work with, that I'm working with Triana, I see that a lot of companies struggle with that. And
Good.
all right, if we don't have any questions, I'm going to move on to explaining again how we can access these videos. And you can keep posting questions if you have them, and we'll go over them. So I'm going to share my screen again. Here, right. So I'll explain again how we can access these videos if we want to rewatch them. And in case you are interested in a PDH certificate, I'm going to also show how you can do that. So first, from the LinkedIn event page, we're going to have to click on this link, on the only link that's attached to the event. We're going to click that. And from here, it's going to prompt us to fill a form. After we fill the fields necessary, we're going to submit it. It's going to make us do a CAPTCHA prompt. Once we submit that, we're going to get an automatic email from Team Triana Group. And this is going to include the portal where you can access these videos. And that's the same portal you can use to apply for the PDH certificate. So we can click that, and it's going to take us here. If you scroll down a bit, you can see we're starting with the case studies. So you can see the Starbucks, Henkel, the Unilever, and another case study we didn't go over today, and that's the MCAR case study. So you can watch it. You can click on the Watch Here button, and you can watch each of these videos. And if you want to rewatch the demos, that's below. So we have the introduction, and we go by the modules. So the first module, the second module, the third module, and the fourth module. After that, we have at the bottom of the page the application for the PDH certificate. So in order to do that, you have to fill this survey. So we have the first 3 questions about the webinar, and then these are the important questions for the PhD, sorry. So no, sorry, PDH. So we have 4 questions we would like you to answer briefly. And then we need this information. We need your first name, we need your last name, and we need your email. This is really important for us if you want the PDH. We need to have that in order to give that to you. And after that, you click on the submit button and we get your information and we can start processing that. So, all right. And as always, if you have any questions, you can leave them in the chat. And I'm gonna be sharing again my email in case you have something you would like me to answer after the event. All right. So if there's not any questions left, we're gonna be ending the stream. Thank you everyone who attended. Thank you to Yuril, and thank you for Kevin for giving us a little bit of their time to attend this. So thank you everyone. Have a good rest of your day.